Rufino does not need the limelight, but he still managed to inspire the younger generation to pursue their dreams. So Raymond, can you share with us your childhood experiences?
Sure, Rebecca. I grew up in a very comfortable life. My parents were working together in the real estate business, and I think growing up, my father would always try to expose me to the real estate business, and I wasn't conscious of it. But he would say, "Oh, Raymond, come with me. We're going to go to a rebar factory." And I remember saying, "Wow, rebar factory. How boring, diba? Parang as a child, it's not really the place you want to go. You wanna go someplace fun." But he would always drag me, and I really didn't make much of it. Wala naman akong choice kasi he really insisted I would come with him. So we would go, and I think little by little the exposure to the real estate business started. And I think my father was maybe in his own way planting seeds. So I went through high school. When I was in high school, I wanted to become a doctor. Because on my mother's side of the family. But then I also realized I didn't want to study for so long, and I found the path to becoming a doctor was very, very long. So before I graduated high school, I said, okay, let me take business, because I felt business would be broad enough that I could still do a lot of different things under business. And as soon as I graduated, my mom asked me what I wanted to do. She said, would you be willing to work with the family business? But because you're a fresh graduate, why don't you start you off with a foundation? So at that time, we had the Louis THX Cinema. So when I graduated, my mom said, you want to work here? I go, okay, fresh grad, why not? And there I started to learn about how you operate a cinema. And from then on, it was just, one thing led to another. And in 2006, I joined the Net Group, which is where I work today. And the Net Group is developer of the boutique office buildings in BGC. Like I said, I'm just lucky that I found the same passion that my father found in the business. And right now, I can honestly say I don't see myself doing anything other than being in real estate for the rest of my life.
Wow, because you already found your passion.
Yes.
How you overcome struggles or challenges?
My philosophy is that you can't always choose the hand that is dealt to you. Sometimes you get a bad batch of cards, but you can always choose how to play your hand or how to play your cards. So sometimes things will happen in life that are very difficult. You may not have a control over what happens to you, but how you react, how you deal with it, that's all up to you. And because I'm a very positive person, I've always tried to focus on, acting positively.
Wow. So what's your key point in running a business?
I think my approach is I try to be a coach. And, just like, when a coach works with an athlete, you try to bring out the best in that athlete. I try to bring out the best in our people. And that's my philosophy. Try to give people an environment, a support system where they can be the best that they can be.
Of course, Raymond, you came from a well-off family background, so it's already in your hand. So what's your best advice to people who wanted to be like you?
I believe regardless of where you come from, if you have the passion, if you have the drive, if you have the luck, sometimes luck has a lot to do with it. If that all comes together, then you can be very successful. My advice would be, number one, stay in school and finish school. Not just, take a couple of grades and then, move on. But finish it. If you can finish up to university level, finish up to university level. Because once you have the discipline, the training, the skills of being in the school system, then you're really set up to do a lot more in life.
So many also young right now finish university. They're working in organization, in the corporate world. But then they become stagnant. And they stay there. So what's your lesson also, advice to them? Either going to the next level in their career or to be an entrepreneur?
Well, it's a very personal question, I think. I believe in entrepreneurship, but it's also not for everyone. Being an entrepreneur is a lot of risk. It's a lot of hard work. People think it's easy, but it's not. It's a 24/7 commitment. So, if you can handle the stress and the challenges, entrepreneurship can be very fulfilling because you can really, be your own boss, be the master of your own destiny and do a business. However, for a majority of people, they may not have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And so I think it's important for people to ask themselves what it is that they really enjoy in life. What is the source of their happiness and fulfillment?
But with that, where is Raymond going?
I think for me, I really would like to push more of the green building and sustainability. I still think there's a lot in our industry that has to be done in terms of trying to get more of our buildings, I guess, moving toward green. Compared to, you have a lot of existing old buildings which need to be renovated and be more sustainable. A lot of the newer buildings are already becoming more and more sustainable, but there's still a lot of work to be done in the industry. So my hope is we will reach a stage where the industry becomes more responsible about the way we design, build, and operate our office, our real estate, basically.
Yeah. So what's your advice to the to the young generations right now to make Philippines first world?
I think the biggest thing for the younger generation is to really be more selfless. You know, if people can have that mindset, right, where you are part of something that's much bigger than you, and if you can act in a way where you're, you know, thinking and caring about not just yourself and those close to you, but other people, I think that mindset can really do a lot of change, where you really start to be more hopeful for the future, because it's not about a generation of people thinking what's best for themselves. It's people thinking about what's best for the country.
All right. Thank you.
Rebecca. Thank you.
Great
Salamat.
one. Every success has its struggles. Every dream has its trials and tests. Listen to their stories, because if they did it, you can also be self-made.